Hey guys, Max2015 here, and there's a few things I wanted to share with you guys tonight. It's another late night recording. I was just working on clearing my map a few minutes ago, and suddenly I sort of hit a pretty big wall. All things considered, I mean, some of the bases that I'm spotting are very tough, and I'm just, it's taking me a long time to get rid of it, and it's taking full concentration. That's why I didn't think that playing live tonight would be a good idea, because I wouldn't be able to, watch the game, play the game, talk about it, and then think about the strategy at the same time. I feel like it would be too much for me. So instead, I wanted to share some replays with you. Some of the bases, let's see, I have only 2 replays left here, but I think they're worth looking at. So this base here, I got with Heavy Zuka, but this was a very tricky layout. With that Shock Blaster in the front, it kind of throws you off because you're used to having it way in the back. So by having it right on the beach, you don't really take into account how much damage you can do when you're landing your troops. So I failed this base about 2 or 3 times with RZM, and then maybe 2 times with RZM, and then I failed once with Heavy Zuka. So this was the second attempt with Heavy Zuka. What I decided to do this time was to go all the way up there. I just speed this part up a little bit. I deploy my troops the same way I always do, and then I smoke them all the way to the back in a straight line, trying to keep up alive as many troops as possible. And then gathered them up together on the top, waited for the smoke to clear, and right after that, I sort of just let them, start wearing down the base from the back. Since most of the defenses, most of the heavy hitters were in the front, I thought that, trying to hit it from the back would be a better alternative. And I did end up beating it, but honestly, I got a little bit lucky also. As you can see, some of my heavies sort of strayed it off to the upper left side of the beach. So I have all that group of Zukas right there by the HQ completely exposed. So I was just lucky I had enough gunboat energy to throw a shock and some critters to distract some of those defenses. And, buy the Zukas enough time to take out the base. All things considered, this was a pretty tough layup because he only had 2 ice statues. So it's not like he was super boosted. And then this one, Jeanette's base, as you can see, it took me a few tries with RZM. This is the first double shielded base that I attacked. She did have 4 ice statues, all of them boosted, so it made things pretty difficult. This was a fail, so I'm just gonna speed it up quickly. But all 4 attempts that I took to defeat this base were the same. So smoke all the way up to that rocket launcher there, and then sort of try to let them wear the base down. But as you can see, just a little misplacement on the troops kind of it ruins your entire raid. So at this point, they were doing sort of okay, but I didn't have enough Zukas to take down the shield and the HQ at the end, so I ended up losing everything to the shock launcher. But you can see we kind of got it sort of close, not totally, but the next 2 attempts were actually pretty similar. I'll show you the successful one. So it was actually a pretty feel-good win, considering it was a pretty tough base. So I barrage and artillery one of the rockets, and I can only take out 1 defense with my GBE because these things are so boosted now that I couldn't afford, throwing any more gunboat energy at anything, and I wouldn't have anything left over to, walk the troops all the way up. So I'll just speed up the smoking part because it's just a smoking part. 2 smokes reversed so that the last smoke would cover the medics. As you can see, they already trail behind, and a couple of them kind of got killed because they stayed outside of the smoke. So same thing here. I threw a medkit on troops because I knew that second rocket launcher was going to target my troops, and in fact it did get a couple of the Zukas, but luckily enough of them survived. And then there was a big group of rifles right there in the middle, providing a good shield for the Zukas behind it to take out the HQ. Luckily some of the little guys down here started working on one of the shields, so that at least kind of softened up the amount of health that shield would have. And then my troops only had to work on taking down 1 shield. And I'll just speed this up a little bit because really I didn't do much more from here. I just kept throwing critters and medkits to keep things distracted and keep my troops surviving long enough for those Zukas to finish up the HQ. So right there, I did get the win, but on every base it's taken me this many attempts, and that's why I'm completely out of gold, guys. If you look, I have 83,000 gold left. I was completely down. I was at 0. I even had to diamond up some of the retrains. I had to use diamond to attack, so that kind of felt awful. But I kind of felt that I could take down the base. So luckily it only took me 4 tries. Thank God it wasn't one of those bases where I had to try 10, 15 times to beat it. There's another double shielded base here, 007, that I would like to give it a try, but look, he has 7 ice statues, 2 of them boosted, and he has a double shield, so I don't even have the gold to kind of try to hit that. And then there's another base here, Mike OMG, and if you can see his ranking, he's currently the number 33 global player in the world. So I attempted him a couple of times with Heavy Zuka, but it's too bad I don't have those replays to show you guys, but I just fell. I didn't really come close to beating it. And then look that over here, look at this spawn, none other than Bial himself, the global number 1 player on my map. I would love to give him an attempt, but again, I don't have gold to try, and I know that if I diamond up my troops and try for it, I'm just gonna lose. So I'll just have him sit in there for a little while. Hopefully I'll get enough gold to attack him later on. So that's where I am. I have 3 bases on my map that I just can't attack, mainly because I don't have gold. And even if I had a little bit of gold, I don't think I could beat them in one try. So I don't want to be wasting a ton of diamonds, especially knowing that I don't have a great chance. So in order to get a little bit of extra gold, I retrained some warriors here. I do have 2 stages of Dr. T left, so I thought, well, we may as well try and do that. I don't think it'll be any difficult because my troops are pretty boosted. I'm at full boost right now. So, and I think this will be the very first time I use warriors in this channel, because I never use warriors. I only use them really exclusively for Dr. T Island only, not even for Volcano. There we go. So I always try to land the warriors with only 1 smoke in the middle, and as you can see, we have all of them survive, didn't lose any of them, and we use minimal gunboat energy in smoke. So I'm gonna have some shocks. Actually, I'll throw some critters first right now, and then time the shocks simultaneously right there. More critters, and hopefully we can take it down without losing a lot of our guys, so that I don't have to retrain anything for the next one. There we go. So stage 6 goes down, and it was only 1 warrior that we lost. Too bad. I wish we could have done it perfect, but it's good enough so that we don't have to retrain, and we get the guaranteed crystal, which is always a good thing, and we get a little bit of gold back. So this is stage 7. Looks like a fairly easy layout. I don't see any shot launchers. Yeah, good. We're not gonna retrain that last warrior. I want to get rid of some of these boom mines though. Hopefully you can get them. Yes? No? Nope. Just 1 here and 1 here. And since the HQ is pretty close to the shore, I'm going to drop 2 smokes. All the warriors in here. A 3rd smoke. And then flare to the machine gun. Good. That way everybody gets them nice and tight. 2 more smokes just to make sure everybody gets there. We still have 45 gunboat energy. I'm gonna have to shock the machine guns probably, yeah. So critters by all these single shots here, and then machine guns at the last second, right there. That was fairly good timed. Fairly good timing. Not great, but but anyways, I'm not too worried because, like I said, my troops are boosted, and when your troops are boosted, it's just so easy to beat Dr. T. Back then, when I was saving power powder for my push, I used to do every Dr. T island and volcano completely unboosted. Wow, and I got 2 crystals? Wow. 1 fragment, 1 shard, and 2 crystals, and 1 intel. Alright, you know what, that kind of cheers me up a lot, because honestly, it was just so tough to face some of these bases before. Let's see. Should I just retrain? You know what, it's pointless because I never use them. I'll just put TGRM in there, let them load slowly overnight, and hopefully tomorrow morning when some of these NPCs spawn, I'll just take them out with TGRM so I can get a little bit of gold back. What else can we do in the meantime? So we're at 1,255 victory points, which currently brings us up to 22 local in the US, which is not too bad. I mean, it is my all-time high, so like I said before, every day I'm hitting an all-time high, which is a good thing. Global, we're at where are we? Right there he is, Mike OMG, one of the guys on my map. And that's my buddy Gas, number 42. Congratulations, Gas, by the way. So we're 268 on global, so we're not doing too bad. You know, I wish I could get the extra 6 victory points from these 3 bases, but I mean, let's face it, it's just gonna take me forever. And I don't have Biao figured out. There's just no way I can take him down now. He has 7. There's a little one here. 7 fully boosted ice statues. So I mean, eventually we're gonna have to start facing these guys. So you know, we'll deal with that in the future. Right now, I just don't have the goal, and I really can't keep on burning diamonds. I need to, since I started to push, I think I spent maybe about, I don't want to say it because my wife might watch the video, but I've spent a pretty considerable amount of diamonds already. So I need to try to keep that minimized if possible. So anyways, guys, I don't have much more to show you. Unfortunately, I don't have all the other replays. These are all just NPCs. So I guess I'll just wrap up the video here. I'll try to play again tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have a better day. Hopefully we'll spawn some easier bases, because I can't keep on playing tough bases like this, especially when I don't have gold. I have no problem with trying, you know, over and over on a base. But when you're completely out of gold, and it costs about 170 diamonds to replenish the boat, and then another 150 diamonds to finish up the train, and then 24 diamonds to hit the attack. You know, you're spending about 500 to 600 diamonds per attack, which is pretty crazy. I mean, I'm not rich. I still work, right? You know, a Monday through Friday job, so that's not something I can be affording. And I know I could switch out, and I was actually considering switching out one of these. One of these little ice guardians for an extra troop damage guardian, but I feel like I don't want to spoil myself with too many. Well, this was no good. I don't want to spoil myself with too many offensive statues, and then when I get really high up there, I'm going to have to get used to attacking with 4 or maybe even 3 offensive statues anyway. So we'll see how things go. We'll take things slowly. I guess we'll keep on pushing. I mean, VP is still going up. It's just not going up as fast as it used to. But I guess that's part of the push. So anyways, guys, we'll keep on playing. We'll come back later and we'll keep on trying again. In the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys, if you're pushing, I hope, you know, I wish you all the luck in the world, because it's pretty hard. It's not something I had expected, and I know I'm still pretty early in the push. I can't imagine, you know, getting into the 1500, 1600, 1700 victory point lines, but we'll deal with that later in the future. In the meantime, guys, have a great day, have a good evening, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, guys, bye.